This is the Bookshelf Challenge, where I challenge myself to read all of the books on my bookshelf. All right, just got done reading another book, but before I get to that, I got to talk about another book that I pulled from my bookshelf and read about 2 weeks ago. I thought I had done a complete review on it. Turns out I had just filmed the intro. All right, so it was called Caged. All right, so Caged Heat was a true crime novel. It's about women in 3 different prisons, one in New York, one in Illinois, one in California. It gets into prison life, but mostly what it is about is what these women did to end up in these prisons. So a lot of, crime stories and whatnot, real interesting stuff. I think one of the more interesting things is just about how you had all these women who got notoriety for whatever crime they committed, and they end up in the same prisons. Like you have Amy Fisher. Remember her with Joey Buttafuoco, how she shot his wife trying to kill her. She's in the same prison as Pamela Smart, who seduced this one teenager and convinced him and his friends to go and kill her husband. Same prison. Amy Fisher apparently was not liked at all in prison because she was lazy and a bit of a snob. And yeah, like I said, some pretty interesting stories about the different women, how they all end up in these same prisons. Okay, moving on. All right, so I got done reading Shattered, and this is about Hillary Clinton's 2016 presidential campaign and basically why they think she lost. So I like books like this when they get behind the scenes and they get into the minutia of things, just the small details. There's an anecdote about the guy when they're prepping for the debates. He got picked to play Donald Trump. So he's pretending to be Donald Trump in these mock debates that they're having with Hillary. And he's talking about how he got into the role, about how he gets these, oversized clothes, puts on some lifts so he can get up to like Donald Trump's height. He thought about putting on orange makeup, but that would be too distracting, so he just went with the regular bronzer, and then he spent the whole debate just leaning in on Hillary, and that's what you got in the actual debate. And, one of the biggest things they talk about is how everyone on this campaign hated one another. No one got along, especially when it came to, like, Robbie Mook, who was, like, the top guy, and Leon Podesta, who was, an old, Clinton administration holdout, or whatever you want, a crony or whatnot. They didn't like one another, and no one liked either one of them. So that's interesting. Always like the sort of minutia and the small details and stuff like that. So this was an interesting book. So that's 5 down, 49 to go.